Hey guys, today's Saturday, Juneteenth of all days, and I just wanted to share with you. In last episode, we talked about I got my parts back for the powder coater. Came in a little underpriced for what I originally budgeted, which is always a great thing. So today I've got Russ over here, and we're going to unpackage these powder coated parts and let you see what they look like and how good of a job Brian did at Dicron. The Dicron's a place in Macon that I've taken things to over the years, and he's just done a really good, outstanding job. He's a big industrial powder coater, and so it was just, I had to wait on this a little longer because he had a lot of big fence sections that he was doing. But let's take a look and see how he goes. So one of the first parts we've got to unwrap is the sway bar. So Russ has got that going on right here. Looking good, isn't it?
Looks really good. Spent a lot of time prepping this material before the powder coating.
Now let me tell you what, I actually powder coated this at home a couple of years ago, but I didn't like the texture of the powder coat. It didn't turn out as good as I did like it. And so I went ahead and had him redo it all. And that's, if you've ever had anything to do with powder coat, it's really hard to bead blast off once you put it on. So I'm sure a lot of the labor charge for this was actually the prep work on getting powder coat done. For years I had the ability to use our bead blast machine at Northrop where I used to work, and I could use it. I don't have that machine anymore, so it limits me on being able to do my own powder coating. So I'm set up for it at home. Like I said, on this particular, I was trying a different powder, and I really never liked the way it textured, but this is absolutely beautiful. Let me give you a good look at this. This is the sway bar, and it is just like glass. Now I know some of you guys are going to say I should have powder coated this in semi-gloss, but I actually like the gloss, the high gloss, because it's easier to clean. To me, the semi-gloss, if you get any oils on it, you can tell that there's oil on it. The semi-gloss, you don't see it as well. These control arms are just absolutely stunning. Look at that work. Beautiful, beautiful work. He masks off everything. It's just a great job. I mean, this looks brand new. This is the part that I've been really excited about seeing here. This is the engine shield, temperature shield, and I'm anxious to see how this looks. Like Christmas time.
Really nice with the edges together.
Now today is actually a day that we're expecting a really bad storm. A tropical depression coming in from the Gulf. The outer bands are beginning to hit us a little bit, so we may have a short day in the shop. I don't want to leave my wife at the house today by herself if it does get nasty. Wow, that looks beautiful. Show that to him on the camera.
That's amazing. And this is how old?
That's a 64, 1964.
Amazing.
Another control arm. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Ironman Garage. It's been a couple of weeks since I've had a chance to get started on anything. We took a vacation. We went down to Florida with the family. My daughter from California, her boyfriend, and his little girl came in. They flew into Panama City, and we just had a chance to spend the whole weekend together, the week actually together in Panama City with our entire family. My mother and everybody got to come. So it was a great week that we had a chance to spend together, and a really great event happened during that time. Brett, my soon-to-be son-in-law, actually proposed to my daughter on the beach, Brandy, and that included the entire family. Brandy had her grandparents and her sister, and the entire family was there to be able to experience this great proposal that he did. It was an outstanding job. Brent, hands off to you, and I thank you for loving my daughter and taking care of her as you have and have displayed. And we look forward to many years with you as part of the family. And in about 90 days, she'll be moving back here to Georgia, and in the beginning of the year, she will open her practice here in the same building that we're located in. And she's studying to be a chiropractor, and so her business will be opened here. But she's got about 2 or 3 months in between. She has to do what's called a preceptorship, and that allows her to work under a few doctors that are in the local, and she will get a little bit of experience and has so many adjustments she has to do. As I indicated, she's going to be a chiropractor, and so that was just part of the fun. But on the Sunday, on the 4th of July, a group of us from our Sunday school class, including Russ and Frank, you met those guys on air, and another guy named Jeff, we all went to the lake with our families, and we had a very exciting and strenuous day. On the way up, one of the rear hub on my boat decided it was time to let go of its bearings, and the bearings just disintegrated. So we spent about 2.5 hours on the side of the road trying to locate and repair the hub on the road headed towards the lake about 40 miles away. Once we got there, that's when the fun began. You know, we often hear that God doesn't provide any miracles. We don't see miracles anymore. You know, the parting of the Red Sea, all those great miracles you've read in the Bible and the stories you've heard. But, you know, when you look around, there's miracles that are performed every day. God protects us in many ways. And on Sunday, he protected us in a mighty way. Jeff was unloading his boat. He has a inboard, outboard Chris Craft with a 350 motor in it. We were unloading it, and he just got it fired up and was about to back it into the water, and an explosion happened. Gas fumes ignited. It blew the cover of the boat off. It went up about 50 feet in the air. The flash actually kind of burnt Jeff's leg a little bit, and the boat began to catch on fire. Fortunately, we were able to get it out real quickly. The marina right there had a large fire extinguisher, and that was able to extinguish the flame. But what I'm alluding to is the fact that if it would been 2 minutes more, he would have had 3 of his children, his wife, his son, their family in that boat with 3 little babies. And it could have been a tragic time on the lake. But through God's mercy and grace, 2 minutes prior, we were able to just extinguish it. The boat was still on the trailer. We just pulled it out, and everybody was fine other than Jeff's minor burns on his leg. But, you know, look around, folks. Every day, God's performing miracles. We just had to be cognizant and alert that those happened, and we were just thankful. But that was yesterday, and today we're here in Ironman Garage for the first time in a couple weeks. We haven't been able to do much. Vacations, work schedule, and the fact that this guy right here forgot to order all the bushings. I ordered all the hardware, but I forgot the soft stuff. And so finally my package came while we were on vacation, and the bushings came in. And so I've got a couple of bagfuls of bushings. I've got some spacers for the front and the rest of the bushings. So today we're going to try to begin assembling the front end of this Sport 6/Vitesse 2-liter motor, and we're going to try to put it together. At least I'll do one side with you on the camera, and I'll probably finish up the other side off camera. But I actually got started a little ahead of myself before I realized I wasn't even filming. I'm excited about getting my parts. I already installed the steering rack, and I'll go back and show you what I've done. But so let's take a little time, and let's get to it. Let's see what happens. Thank you. One of the first things I want to do before I start is, if you can look at this, where I have these powder coated, there's a little bit of flash. And that flash is basically melted powder that was attached to the silicone seals that they use to mask off this. So what I want to do is I'm going to take my whiz wheel, and I'm just going to bump it and clean it off. So I'm gonna clean these up, and then I'll come back and we'll be ready to assemble them. I like to grease these up real good before I stick them in. Make sure everything's well lubricated, the inside and out. I'm using poly bushings on this rebuild. Can't ever have too much grease. Trying to get this aligned. Tap this in place. And as I said, on the edge of the bracket is a locking tab to hold the head of the bolt in place when you tighten it up. Again, we'll repeat the same process we did on the other lower wishbone we done on the top. We cleaned off the flashing. I've used the wire brush in there. Now we just grease up these bushings and then we'll install them too. And I hope everybody had a wonderful 4th of July weekend. Chance to celebrate our independence in the country. Sacrifices that were made. you notice right here, there's also a locking tab for the inside of the bolt, so you know that the bolt goes from this direction. That allows you to tighten it down and not have to hold the head. Makes it a little easier. Now I'm kind of at a dilemma. I'm trying to decide on what I want to do. I ordered new ball joints. This is one of the brand new ones. But as I told you a while back, I don't have a lot of miles on this car. And the original joint that I have, ball joint that I have, is actually a greasable one. So I'm still kind of undecided on whether I wanted to use the greasable one or use this new one. For right now, I'm going to assemble it with the new one, and then I'll make a decision after I take the other one apart. It's still attached to the vertical link, and I'll see what I'm going to do. But for right now, I'm just going to finger tight it with this in place. Some people subscribe to the fact that you put a bolt this way and one this way. I'm not sure which is right. I do know that I'm right-handed, so I like to have my wrench in my right hand and hold with my left hand. So I will tighten them up in this manner. If it's right or wrong, I can't tell you, but this is the most comfortable for me, so this is the way I use it. I do it. So like I said, you know, whatever's comfortable for you, this is what I prefer. Like I say, I'm right-handed. And again, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with this or change this out and use the original one. But I do like to have greasable ball joints. I need to make a correction here. I forgot to include the bracket that holds the brake line. So we'll pull this off. And put it in place. And it's got a lock right there. A stop, I should say, not a lock, but a stop. I'm not liking this one. This one seems a little short. Let's swap this out and see if I can find a longer. I'm going to find a longer bolt because I don't like thread length on that one. Let me see if I can locate one. Hey guys, unfortunately I wasn't able to finish that episode by filming it. I did, however, find a longer bolt to secure the bracket to the upper arm assembly. But it's all complete and it's ready to go. So guys, I just want to thank you for watching. I thank you for subscribing. And if you like the content, please hit the like and share button and share it with your friends. And as always, God bless you and thank you for watching. Have a great day. Ronnie out.